What's up, everybody? Today I'm doing my full review of my ZTE Blade ZMAX. Now, this phone, if we get into the specs, I did this in the unboxing of the specs, but we'll get into the specs again. This is the 6-inch Full HD display with 2.5D Dragon Trail. It has a 16 megapixel rear camera plus a 2 megapixel camera, so it's a dual camera with LED flash with a greater sense of image depth and an 8 megapixel camera up there. It has 32 gigabytes of internal storage and 2 gigabytes of RAM. It has a fingerprint sensor with security and added convenience. The battery is a 4080 milliamp battery with fast charging, which is always great. Let's take this case off. This is the hybrid shockproof case that I have on here, which looks amazing. I really dig this case. But let's get this case off and show you the back. So you have your ZTE branding in this fabric, or not fabric, but this texture. You can see it's honeycomb type texture. It does feel plastic, it does feel cheap, but I can tell you it's heavy. Not that heavy, but it's pretty heavy in the hand, and the texture feels great. I actually dig it. Some people don't like this texture. Some people prefer the texture on the ZTE ZMAX Pro over this one, but I prefer this one. The price right now is $119 Metro. I'm honestly not sure if they sell these on any other carriers, so I don't know if they have it on Cricket, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, I don't know, but I do know they have it on Metro, and maybe the ZTE website, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm gonna get into some of my downfalls about this phone, some things that I do not like. I don't like, first of all, how the speaker is on the back. I don't like that. If they would have had it maybe at the bottom, maybe that would have been a little better. But you can see this is a Type-C charging port, fast charging, 3.5mm jack, mic, another mic on top, your dual SIM tray right there, and your buttons, your texturized power button, and your volume markers right there. Your embedded buttons right here, your camera, and your speaker right there. So I'm gonna show you right now out the box. You do get a like I said, 32 gigabyte of storage. Let's turn that down. You get 32 gigabytes of storage. Hopefully that's facing right. And I'm using 1847 out the box. You get it's used up. What's used up is 1024. That's used up out of the box, regular boxes. But yeah, back to my dislikes. I dislike the speaker on the back. I dislike how the speaker is distorted. You know, it's not loud, but then it's loud. But it is distorted because if you're watching videos, and normally if you're watching videos on YouTube in landscape mode like this, you see where my hands are? They're blocking the speaker. So, you know, you have to hold it like this, or, you know, hold it like this, and it's discomfort. Unless you have like a case where it's a kickstand in the back. I do not, but my brother has a case. We have the same phone, we have the same phone, so he has a case. He has a kickstand in the back of his case, so he can just sit it down and he doesn't have to worry about putting his hands blocking it. But as for me, this is comfortable, holding it like this, but I'm blocking my speaker. So that's one thing that I don't like so far. Also, I don't like the fingerprint scanner being on the back. Now, I know it's convenient, you know, you're holding your phone, so you know, you just tap it. But I'm investing in getting the ZTE Blade V8 Pro, and that fingerprint scanner is on the front. So I'm gonna try that out, see how that is. I have the iPhone 6, and the fingerprint, if people know how the iPhones work, the fingerprints are on the front, and I find that very convenient. You know, it's small, so you have the fingerprint on the front. It's very convenient. You just hold it and it opens. So for this big phone, you know, I get it. You know, have the fingerprint on the back because it's so big and you're holding it already, so your hand is already just right here. Just might as well scoot it over and just unlock it. But I would have rather seen it on the front like they did the V8 Pro. Like I said, stay tuned for that coming on the channel. Yeah, also the fingerprint is a downfall. The speaker is downfall. I'm gonna say also on the ZMAX Pro, I don't want to bring that in this, but I'm gonna have to say if they would have had this type texture on the ZMAX Pro, that would have made that so much better. And also I'm gonna bring in the V8 Pro up again. If they would have the specs from the V8 Pro on this one, this will be a killer machine. Because if you've seen unboxings and reviews of the V8 Pro, you know that there's a 3GB of RAM. There's two 13-megapixel cameras. Two 13. This is a 16 and a 2. Now I get it, 16 better than 13, yes, but there's two 13. Two. If they would have made this a 16 and a 16, this camera would be the killer camera on the market. But it is what it is. So if they would have put some of the specs from the V8 Pro onto the Blade ZMAX, this would be a killer device. Also, if they would have put a 6-inch screen on the V8 Pro, then that would have been a killer device itself as well. But those two, once I get that in the house, I will definitely do some comparisons between the Blade ZMAX and the V8 Pro. So I'm done talking about that. This is about the Blade ZMAX. So, the things that I do like, I'm gonna say, 6-inch screen, love. This is, I believe, is a 4.7, I believe, maybe 5-inch. I'm not sure. I think it's 4x7. Look at the comparisons. Crazy. Also, if you put it side by side, the Blade is extremely larger. So I do dig the 6-inch screen. I love bigger phones. I hate small phones. I've had this for maybe a year, and it's too small. Yes, my hands can fit, and my hands cannot fit. So hand can fit, touch my other finger, so I can fit the whole screen. This can barely fit, but I love big phones. Just holding it, you know, I'm not trying to compare at all, but the size matters, ladies. Size matters. Yeah, on the back of this phone, you would think that if you had a case on it, like I do, I rock a case on it all the time. Looking at it from far away, you would think this is an iPhone 7 Plus, because if you think about it, on iPhones, they have the Apple logo. You can't tell me that doesn't look like it could be an Apple logo. It's damn near in the same spot. If you see the 7 Plus and the 8 Plus, they have dual camera setups just like this. They have the 2 cameras and they have the flash. So if you look at this from far away, having a case so it blocks the ZTE, and you don't know what it is, and it's far away, and so you're looking and you're like, hey, that person has a 7 Plus, or that person has an 8 Plus. When in reality, no, it's a ZTE. But I love the design and look and how it resembles the iPhone. I really like that. I love the storage space. I don't have a lot of apps, but I have enough apps. It does lag a bit here and there. I do see some lag, especially when I'm exiting out of an app. So if I'm coming from my Instagram and I'm exiting out, I do see a little lag, but it's not that bad to me. I get over it. I do like the storage space, like I was saying. I like the 2 gigabytes of RAM that's on here. Makes it speedy. You know, my phone's still fast. I've had this for maybe a couple weeks now, 3 or 4, maybe, I'm not sure. And it's still fast. And I would recommend this, I really do, if you're on a budget. Of course, there are other phones, budget phones, the Aristo 2 for $60, $59.99. You have the K20 Plus for $9.99. I'm sorry, $99. $9.99. I wish phones were $9.99. But yeah, so those are the budget phones. You also have other ZTE phones at Metro, the Avid 7, the Axon 7 as well. And so if you don't want to pay, $119 for the Blaze ZMAX, then, I suggest you go for a lower phone. They have the J3 Prime there. I don't know the price on that because I'm not a Samsung fan. But, if you don't want to go for this $119 phone, if you are on a more lower budget, I'd go for the other phones. The $99 phone, the K20 Plus, or the $59 phone, the Aristo 2. So you have different prices and different, also you have different specs. Those phones are not as good as this phone. Trust me. Well, I've never owned the Aristo 2. I've never owned the K20 Plus, so I don't know the specs on those phones. But I have seen unboxings and I have seen reviews, and I can tell you that they do not come across as well as this one. So you're pretty much, for a couple dollars more from the Aristo 2 and from the K20 Plus, you're getting the best phone in the market right now. 6-inch display, full HD. You have 2 dual cameras, 16 megapixels and 2 megapixels. You have 32 in storage, and I know most of those phones are 32 in storage unless they're 16. You have 2 gigabytes. Most of them are 2 gigabytes unless they're 1 gigabyte. You have a fingerprint scanner. Most of those phones aren't fingerprint scanners. The Aristo 2 isn't. The K20 Plus is. This is the largest battery in the market today on Metro phones. I'm not saying the whole wide phone industry because it's not. I've seen bigger higher batteries than this. But in the Metro department, this is the biggest battery. 40-80 hour battery. That's at least 2.5 days of using this phone non-stop without charging it. So for the specs, price, build quality, setup, you're getting the best budget phone there is. You can get this free. If you're coming from a different carrier and you're importing a number, you can get this phone free. And any other phones that support coming free from Metro. You just import a number, boom, free. So, yeah, this wraps up my full review. I don't want to say full review. My review of the ZTE ZMAX, of the ZTE Blade ZMAX. Best budget phone there is. I can't stress enough how good it is coming from this Apple iPhone 6. It's a ZTE Blade ZMAX. The best Switch I could ever made. Battery life, I can't compare. I'm not trying to compare at all, but I don't even know what battery life hour this is. If you guys know, let me know. But I do know this is 4080. Can't beat that. So yeah, if I missed anything and you have questions, if you have any questions, please comment, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you to the 271 subscribers already. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get the Blade V8 Pro in the house, unbox that, and do a comparison between the Blade ZMAX and the V8 Pro ZMAX. Well, can't say ZMAX at the end of V8 Pro, but yeah, I'm gonna do a comparison of those once I get that in the house. So thank you guys for the love, support. This is the review of the Blade ZMAX. Peace.